You are trapped and you are tapped and you don't even know it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Here are 7 limiting self-beliefs for your careers that are trapping you right now, that you may be facing and even unaware of. I'm Abu Ayesha, helping the Muslim men overcome their limiting beliefs and driving you guys to success, inshallah ta'ala. How can you avoid these mind traps and achieve greater success, inshallah ta'ala? Firstly, number 1, the comfort zone trap. Staying in a familiar role even though you've outgrown it, and you avoid challenges out of fear of failure. What actions you need to take right now is set yourself a discomfort quota for allowing yourself to commit to a new challenging task or learning objective each day. Could be a week, could be a month, but learn to be comfortable with the discomfort. All right. Now, number 2, the imposter syndrome spiral. What you keep doing is you constantly doubt your abilities despite evidence that show your competence. You attribute your successes to like luck and it's not me, it's this just happened by coincidence, rather than the skill that you had by the favors and blessing of Allah first and foremost on you. And what you need to realize is that you need to stop working hard on the work itself and start working hard on yourself. An actionable step that you can take right now is keep a win log. Make sure that you document. Again, it could be a journal, it could be whatever form that you have, but make sure you have it somewhere to actually look over when you overcome challenges. Just document the achievements. This will generate positive feedback for yourself and foster confidence, inshallah ta'ala. Number 3, the loyalty of staying at all costs. And this is a big pitfall because you stay in a company out of some kind of misplaced sense of obligation, passing up growth opportunities everywhere because, due to your comfort perhaps, or maybe out of fear again. So remember, now an actionable step that you need to take is, subhanAllah, this one really hits hard for me because, I had to figure that one out. It took me a decade, subhanAllah, just staying where you needed to stay because that's what you thought you had to do. So instead of, you guys figuring it out in a long time, taking forever to learn it, you can learn it right now for free, inshallah. Your loyalty is to Allah Azza wa Jalla and His Messenger, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Your goal and the purpose of your goal need to revolve around why you were created in the first place. So whatever path you take, whether businessman or you're a doctor, whatever you want to be, whatever your objective is, or are, make sure that your North Star is guided towards remembering what you were created for in the first place. So what can you take in terms of an action step? Now you have an audit of yourself, conduct it every 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever you feel is necessary, but assess your growth, satisfaction, and look at the market value that you are worth. So at the end of the day, whether it's against your career, you should apply it to your deen, your family. Ask yourself, what am I worth? Remembering that on this channel, we're all about taking action and being smarter, applying what we've learned in all aspects of our life, business or personal, right? Number 4, the skill stagnation quicksand. Neglecting to update your skill as industry demands evolve. So many of us, subhanAllah, are very negligent when it comes to this. SubhanAllah, I know people today refuse to learn about online banking, for example. And where the current life is going, a person I know, SubhanAllah, may Allah guide them, they would rather pay a fare to get to the bank, for example, queue up and lose precious time because they did not want to invest in learning to better their future. The saddest part is that, I want you guys to really pay attention here because, subhanAllah, when you really think about it, this is where you and I are heading. What do I mean by this? Now, because if you do not act right now, the world will continue to move and you will be left behind. And then you'll be forced to adapt or fail. But why wait for life to force your hand? SubhanAllah, why do you just want to survive? Rather, you should want to win. Akhi, look, I'll be honest with you right now. You have to race to be the forerunners of doing good and be innovators in this ummah for the benefit of this ummah. And opposed to the innovation of the deen, which we do not accept. And may Allah Azza wa Jal protect us from that. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about you just being forerunners and doing good, right? Benefit the ummah. So the second point would be assuming that your current expertise, will remain relevant indefinitely. And what do I mean by this? Look, Windows XP was about 2 decades ago. Now we're at Windows 11. Change don't change, you'll be forced to do it eventually. So, but by then it might be too late. So it's much easier to write and carve your name right now in the wet cement. But once it's dry, subhanallah, you can write it. But hey, it would take you a long time to chisel that information in. Look, with family, bills, etc., etc. Excuse me. Allahumma musta'an. Come on. We have a lot of things on my mind, especially being at this age. Subhanallah. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Now, a solution. What action step should you be taking right now for this? Adopt the learn one, drop one method. Learn a new skill and phase out the old, outdated one, right? Whatever field you're in, apply it and reach new heights in increasing your value. And inshallah ta'ala, not only will you finally be able to reach some new heights, some new goals, and even the lofty goals that you may have, maybe you can finally provide more for your family, for the wife and kids, even the community, the masajids. Don't wait on others. You get the reward for it, inshallah. Be the forerunners. Yeah? So, look, don't be in the mindset of borrowing and asking others for help. Seek the means to learn to truly be independent through Allah, who is Al-Ghani. So, ask Him to make you rich and ask Him to make you free from all others but Him. I ask Allah to make you that. Allahumma ameen. Fifthly, the networking neglect trap. Solely focusing on the current job, ignoring the industry connections. Where's your network, akhi? Now, look, if you're going to say to me, you're going to give me some excuse, look, akhi, I don't know anyone, and those type of excuses, finally, I would say, what about your community then? Akhi, when was the last time you went to the masjid? That's free networking, you know. Subhanallah, if you didn't know that, that's ajib. Subhanallah, this is why you need to level up your mind and your understanding of what is it that you're failing to realize. The opportunities are countless. Alhamdulillah. You just need to take action. The other point would be that you're only reaching out to the network that you currently have. And what do I mean by that? Don't be that guy. You're always just reaching for others when you need something. Give out more and reach out to more people and help them more. So instead of you taking more, help out more, inshallah. An actionable step for you guys, schedule an agenda to catch up with your brothers. Put that in your diary. Meet up with your local fellow Muslims. At least try to connect with at least 3 people a month, and however more you can. Alhamdulillah, look, you should be able to at least set yourself a goal of meeting 3 new professionals each month. Bi'idhnillah. Learn to connect and stay connected with the brothers and help them out wherever you are, inshallah ta'ala. So I ask Allah to Azza wa Jal to increase you guys and myself in Allah for our Muslim brothers, for all the Muslims. Number 6, the work-life imbalance treadmill. You're constantly prioritizing work at the expense of your personal life and your Islamic knowledge. You're always equating the long hours that you're doing with productivity and dedicating clearly a lot more time when you should be using the 20 to 80 rule, you know? So an actionable step that you can take is learn to say no to what does not benefit you. I have a video on that. Go watch it after this if you haven't already. And you should also implement strict allocated time in your day, in your calendar. So if you truly wish to make the most out of it, learn to use the do not disturb mode on your phone. It can do you wonders, inshallah ta'ala, for your productivity. But that comes down to your choice now, right? Do you just want to scroll through your phone and doom scrolling forever? Or you actually want to benefit and be better? Lastly, I will tell you guys, number 7 is the having the passion over practicality trap, right? What does that mean now? You pursue a career solely based on passion without considering the market value for it, right? You neglect developing any sustainable career strategy, meaning you just go into a career thinking, okay, khalas, that's it. But no, you should actually go much further than that, right? So now here's an actionable step that you should take. Ensure that you conduct a passion slash practicality to ratio audit on yourself. Like list the passions that you want or that you have, should I say, and research how that aligns with the in-demand skills or roles for the job that you might be trying to apply or the career that you might try to seek out, right? And then you maximize your growth in that by taking action and mastering it. Look, I have a passion, for example, for Islamic knowledge and helping others, alhamdulillah. So I decided to take up the following of being a coach slash teacher to meet my passion and align with the demand out there. I want to be able to go to the masjid whenever I want to and be wealthy enough not to rely on no one else but Allah Azza wa Jal. So alhamdulillah, whatever you want to do, go for it. But don't limit yourself to the thinking of, I cannot do it, this is not for me. You have to be poor to be pious. La, this is all false. Look, I'm a firm believer in the one who fails to plan to fail. You need to consider the outcome of what you would do if you were going to fail. You have to think about these things. No, there are only two options in life, and the same goes for the hereafter. You have the choice, the life you're living and where it's going, or the life you could have. I leave you with this. Having awareness is the first step to avoiding these traps. Regularly reflecting on my career path, my life, my family, and my deen, and being proactive has been the most powerful factor in pursuing the future I want. Alhamdulillah. Now, have you experienced one of those traps before, or are you currently in them right now? Let me know in the comments below. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant you clarity and the tawfiq to take action and succeed in this life and the next. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.